the trend in technology always shifts for a certain number of years. Educating on the concept is as important as catering to the demand from the customers as well. 90% of the times you would find people running copilots on the side and taking meeting notes for you. That was a task of a human being a few years ago.
Today, we're joined by Nabeel Siddiqui, a global product leader and innovator recognized for his work at the intersection of AI, automation, and workforce transformation. Supporting this conversation are Stephen Lenzen and Betsy Grimes, two of Jasper Colin's leading minds in research, insights.
A bit of both, to be honest, because the trend in technology always shifts for a certain number of years. So educating on the concept is as important as catering to the demand from the customers as well. Some of those questions are also towards the shifting of technology or new concepts. So it's always good to be proactive in product and address them. I'm going to give you a few examples throughout my experience in IoT, and my team and myself, we have worked always on emerging technologies. So whenever we do something new, we create a lot of research white papers around it so that anyone would be using that particular product regarding an emerging technology, whether it is AI or IoT or back in the human capital management solutions, they can refer to adequate researches and they don't just blindly follow the technology, right? They need to see what works, what does not work, especially taking the example of IoT. It was very important to build that trust and equity with some proven research in that field, because we really needed the system data at times when it came to getting some tangible results or tangible analysis being done on oil rigs, for example, or windmills, or all of these IoT products. Yeah, I would say a bit of both. In my experience, because I worked with forward-looking technologies, we had to educate on new concepts while addressing the customer's demand. I think seeing is believing when it comes to trust. If I go by a black box approach, which is being followed by most of the software, if I don't show you what models am I using, how am I using your data, where your data is being applied in my models, am I following GDPR or DPP or security compliance laws or not when I'm catering to your data. So answering these questions upfront with the customers improves with the trust score or trust quotient. I have worked with government accounts, I have worked with private companies, public companies. So different discussions for different accounts. Sharing is also important process side, and everyone cares about their data, whether it is an individual or a company. So also telling them how their data is going to be used, and that is also depending on geographic locations. If you go to European regions, they have stringent laws. Then we have different classifications as well when we are catering to such data. Those classifications could be high risk regions, low risk regions, medium risk regions, and depending on that, you can have some maps and process models so that we can talk the customer through them, and that's what helps with building up that trust quotient and improving. I think they're great because AI Copilot is embedded in every tool that we are almost using in some shape or form. They are huge adoption because if you're running any meetings right now, there are 90% of the times you would find people running copilots on the side and taking meeting notes for you. That was a task of a human being a few years ago, to take meeting notes and then to send a summary after the meeting. But now we have an agent or a copilot doing that for us. But then there is still room for improvement because we don't have that intelligent mesh where one thing connects automatically with another applications on your system. The vision and the adoption is certainly there, but there's more to come. I think the biggest misconception that still we have right now is that AI can do everything for you. And that's wrong, because AI also needs human in the loop. Even the best agents right now that we have require validation from humans. So that's the number one misconception, that AI can do everything end to end in your life cycle and you don't need to lift a finger. If you see any skill-based tools right now, you would need to take regular feedbacks. That's where human plays a very important role. If I'm building any solution and we don't have that feedback loop built, then we are not also improving the AI models or AI technology that goes with it. So agents and whatever you talk about right now require that AI feedback loop for it to be better, for it to learn from its mistakes, make the model better and so on. So that's, I think, the biggest misconception, but there are many which you can offer this.